press live. Oh no, why is the ad starting now in a minute? Why? Just run it now. There you go. God damn.
Here come the ads nobody asked for, pausing like a decent human.
Happy Friday, huh? Why does it only show one? I don't know what. I'm not gonna question it. Just there goes the lights. YouTube 1. Post. Okay. We should be good here. Go ahead and delete the previous. Go super short. I mean, bit. Yeah, whatever. It just doesn't matter. Oh, but people get like see it as their notification. Let's just do. Yeah. Let's do. Delete forever. Yes. No one needs to see mostly just a waiting screen and then low frame rate. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now we should be good. Okay, well, as I was saying before all this happened, it's final day before package build, so we gotta fix up a few things, namely the on-card display of the keywords and stuff like that, so I can turn that on the cards or on the big displays, and go from there. Because we ran into some issues yesterday with it for some reason. So once ads are over, I don't know why they replay. Like, I should know that I played the ads just when I started the first time, and it did know. And then when I realized, oh, this is a new stream, you must want them run again immediately when you start. No, Twitch, I don't. I really don't. Okay, ads are. Let's actually start the stream. On to the actual thing. Hey, you guys, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Why so late? I'm not late. I was on time. My computer disagreed with me. It was running and dropping frames. And I didn't want you to see it with dropped frames. Hey, our Nero, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. This looks amazing. Well, thank you. The plan today is simple. Well, we'll find out if it's simple. Basically, if we come here, we need to make it so this thing appears as we go between cards, and it disappears. So here you'll see. So I can have it this on as soon as I leave, right? It goes away. Click it again, and then not only that, but if we go to the actual like deck builder where it's like set up on the big card. Then here it all works, right? Here this is all working. And when we come back, it has even more issues. Oh, no, the same issues. But either way, we've got to get that fixed. Okay, so thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for using your Prime. Much appreciated. Let us see what the problem is with our setup. Probably a lot. I'm throwing it out there, probably a lot. So what I'm gonna do, let's start with disconnecting some stuff. I'm going to this is exposed. Yeah, this is being set on creation. Just in case, I'm just gonna go here, so just bypass it entirely on this one. And I'm going to not do this. So the only place where any of this stuff is being used should be the on key down. And on construct, we'll also detach here. I'm gonna just do one thing at a time, basically. Yeah, this is here. So if this is for right mouse button. Let's go with that. If you're tutorials and game dev inspiration, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. It's thanks to you watching that I do it. So really thank you for watching. Okay. So that is working, sort of. Now we need to go on the event graph and return this on. So if this is on, set the card description visibility. If it's visible, make it visible. Okay. You have a dream game idea and you're using your tutorials as a complete beginner, so logically you'll be able to actually start in the next couple of years. You can start immediately. Nothing is stopping you from starting now. Just don't start on like a big, if your like dream game idea is big, start in a smaller game. Or if you can think of a way of breaking down your game into smaller games, do that. Like, let's say, hypothetically, right? You'll want to create Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is a massive game, and there's a lot of mechanics inside of the game. So instead of making Grand Theft Auto, make one of those mechanics like the driving sim, where you can just get into a car and drive around and have maybe then add damage to it. Maybe your first game is just a small one like that, right? Figure out how you're going to do that mechanic. Then maybe you do another small game where you just run around and just shoot some targets. And basically you just start making small games, even very early on as like practice even. And it'll help a lot. So you can already get started in your dream game. In a sense. Yeah, this is still not... Why is this not displaying still? Oh, it's because... I think I understand the problem I've been having. It's on key down. No, not on key down. On mouse down. This. Oh, this right here. Yeah, I'm doing card only. I don't want card only. I wanted to actually set the global setting for it. Here. Okay, well, it's still not doing it. So I can turn it on and off. Okay. So that's some progress. So what's going on here? Is this on? It should now set it to be on. It should be set to true. It says false, false, false. I said here. It should be true when I come here. But it's not even triggering. Oh, because it's not construction. Yes, okay. This is correct. This is correct. So now we reattach the one that's on hover. And now it should maintain. Okay. Now we turn it off. Okay, this is working. And now if we reattach the unhover, I should keep myself here for now. Then, okay. You know what? You know, sleep and things like that do. Apparently it helps. Look how quickly we're fixing stuff. Okay, this is all working. This is working. And let me try then turning it on here, keeping it on. And then going here. And then I can turn it back on. If I left it on and then I come here and then... Oh, perfect. It automatically turns off. There we go. Yesterday we spent so long trying to get this working, and my brain was just not having it yesterday. Today, you know, super quick. And we can do this on the unlock card screen as well. So if we do this on the card unlocks. So on this screen, select all of them. I'm going to turn on keywords on card. And theoretically now, if I give myself a card, and this has a keyword, I can right click, and it works. The question I have though, is does this work with a controller? What is the hotkey? What is the control button for that? I don't remember. Circle. So it did not work. Here. Okay, let's we'll take a look at that after. Let's see if it works on this one with a controller. No. Okay. So we still need to do that. Let's go to the card one. And that's probably because, oh, we did it because we put it on the mouse stuff. We didn't put it on the input. So let's go on key down. Yeah, so here we need to do our logic. So the swap large preview basically need to do this. So let's make this a function. Swap keyword display visibility. I spelled that right. I couldn't see it. Yep. And basically we just replace this thing with it. And now... Oh, I got no cards. Okay. One more time. Wrong button. You. Yeah. So now, when you get a card unlock, and it has a icon on it, and you're like, what the hell is that? You can actually see it. Same thing here, right? We can see all of the information on it. Now, right now, right, this is working for these cards, which is great. Later on, we'll have the large preview for this thing. Like, we're changing that, right? But we're making it basically like the deck builder later on, because we'll have more cards that we want to put in. So it'd be like this, where it just displays it on the large card instead of the small one. So it's much easier to read. But on things like the on this screen, right, is just this is basically even bigger than the other one. So if you can read it on the other one, you should be able to read it here. It's kind of the idea. So that's why it's just on the cards here. I don't want to. Doesn't make sense to do another card just for that. So sweet, that is working. Okay. Well, we have time. What do we want to fix up as our last kind of stuff before we repackage? Because I wasn't expecting this to be this fast. I guess it's a good problem. Let's see. The stat stuff is working. I need to get rid of that not valid print string above. Ooh, can I not hit escape here? Ooh, why can I not hit escape here? That's a problem. That's one we need to fix. Let's also just go to output log. Not valid. What? Well, no, I just want to... Can I just get exactly not valid? There it is. BB HUD. That's where it is. Is this a test for packaging or shipping? Well, I already did a package ship a few days ago, but I do one every month. So I know from a few days ago that it's going to work just fine, even though we updated to 5.7.2 and some plugins got updates. It's successfully packaged. So no matter what, we have something. Why is it when I search not valid? Okay, if I do in quotes. No, I want the print string. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, so that's gone, but we need to get the basically on this screen we need to be able to escape out of here. So I can escape there, but when my focus is on the cards, oh, I can escape. Why can I escape now? If I'm here, escape, that works. If I'm here, escape. Well, why does it work now? It just didn't work. If I left click, escape. I guess we don't need to do anything. It's working fine. Escape. We unlock a card. Then open this. Then press escape. It's all fine. Huh. Never mind. I guess we're fine. Okay. So this is working. So we have all of the stat stuff here. We've updated the meta progression shop as well. So much nicer. The currency is getting updated. We've confirmed it. Hey, Pokemon, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Do you do 1 hour private sessions? No. Hey, Steven, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Or Stefan. I never know. Guess sometimes it's pronounced Steven. Even though it's spelled Stefan. So, your inspiration? I'm just a random guy. I don't know if I would have put myself up on the pedestal that high. Like, maybe like an inch off the ground at most. One thing we have not done much with, and something that needs to be done down the line that is on my like mental list, is the active items. What I'm thinking is the active items should be like boss drops or like boss unlocks. Currently, you just get any of them, but I'm thinking that the mechanics you get from these should be like boss abilities that are like toggleable, like as an ability. Like on a cooldown, of course, but it's an active item. That's a boss ability, and I think that'd be really cool. Obviously, it will depend on what boss ability the bosses have, and then what we can do is also then possibly put it as a thing for sale over here, where maybe instead of, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know where I put it. Maybe I have a separate shop. I don't know. But that was kind of the idea. Is I want them to be boss abilities. Maybe you just unlock them. You know, like when you beat a boss for the first time, you just get the active, like an active item as like, hey, even if you don't, on top of all the other stuff you got, have this as well. I know you don't correct people anymore. You do great work and make easy to follow videos. You know, I'm glad they're easy to follow. I try my best with those tutorials. Just okay, to some degree. I don't try my best. That is a lie. Trying my best would be also writing a script and making sure it's proper, making sure that I don't have not a single mistake. That would be trying my best. I don't try my best. I record, and then when I find out I made a mistake, I'm like, okay, let's rewind. Let's edit out all the problems. Okay, start again. Freaking the last Sunday's video was the longest recording session I ever did because I was stupid enough to actually start testing something while recording it and see, like, oh, what if I did this? Which I never do, by the way. Intentionally never do that. But I was like, oh, let me just try something. This might be actually a better way of doing it. And I tried doing it, and in the end, it was a 2.5 hour recording for the last week's tutorial. And my God, that was such a long day. Would not do again. Yeah, these guys don't attack me until a little while in. Once, like, it realizes that their AI is like, oh, we're supposed to be attacking and stuff. Then they start doing that. I don't know why. Oh, and we'll be fixing it next month. Let me see if I can find a meta progression pickup. You know what I want to check, actually? Hold on. I think I'm going to reduce the distance at which mobs are, because if I do... it's at Unigraph, which is even better. That's not going to give me accurate results until I close all the prints. I guess it's fine. We're kind of done here. You're working on the PCG maze. You skipped a small, I assume you mean step, and you had to redo hours of work. Oof. Yeah, there's like small stuff that, you know, can have giant rippling effects. Let's do also stat FPS for you guys. 70, 60. It's better when I'm not streaming, obviously, but still. I want to see what happens when I load up a bunch more mobs here. Why can I not dash again? Why can't I not dash? Is it... I'm still around 65th. Why am I dropping so much? And why can't I not dash? Excuse me? Okay, dash is fine. That was odd. I don't like that. Huh. Okay. What I want to try doing is changing the distance at which mobs spawn and despawn. Oh yeah, I'm at 30 something FPS now because I think there's just too many mobs here. 30, 40. Yeah, that's way too bad. Okay, let's try and tweak just that. Plugins. Not built in. What? Oh, not plugins. Project settings. Flex partition. Okay, so instead of a max of 5,000, we'll do like 3,000. Let's do 2,000. Hey, Stormer, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Let's try 2,000 to 3,000. This will load and unload them sooner. Your PC has a new heart. Things are well now. Congratulations. Is the new heart a CPU or a GPU? What do you consider a new heart? I would say CPU, probably. The new heart is the power supply. Okay, you know, honestly, that actually makes sense. It was definitely not what I guessed, but power supply makes sense. We're at 70 to 80. Okay, that's good. 40. The thing about this, right, is it really does tell me that, hey, I really should because this is all Lumen, obviously. Now we're at 60 again. I really should be doing the thing that I wanted, which is baking. I want to bake the lighting of like the environments, which is going to tremendously increase the performance by doing baked lighting. And maybe that's something that we look into once we, like, after the AI and the new boss pass, right? That's on the list of things I want to experiment with, because that was added in 5.6, I want to say. But I haven't actually tried and using it. What I'm talking about isn't just baked lighting. Obviously, baked lighting has been a thing for a while. You can now do baked level instances specifically. And I want to do baked level instances, because that's basically what this entire thing is made out of, is level instances. So by baking the lighting in the level instances, which are all these individual rooms, quote unquote, then we will have significantly better performance than we currently have, which isn't the worst, but I definitely want it higher, considering I'm running a 4080 and I'm dead. CPU's the brain. That's, you know what? GPUs are the eyes and vision. Hard drive is memory. Well, I would say RAM is memory. RAM is critical thinking. Okay, I could kind of understand that. First plays the hard. Yeah, we are all AI. Checks out. Oh, interesting. When I do this unit graph again, it doesn't turn it off. Okay, it's just that unit. Of that. Storage is long. Yeah, storage is long-term memory. Yeah. RAM is short-term memory. My short-term memory at the end of the day is terrible. By the way, do you guys want to see how predictable you guys are? This is funny. So, let me actually pull it up. So, if you guys didn't know, PCGEX is back on Fab. It's back up and it's actually updated. Fab finally fixed their crap and it's there. So you can grab it as you did before. But because it was on Gumroad before, Tim was nice enough to put this. He says, I know people don't read. But, you know, PCGX is back on Fab, and there's a link. This is on the Gumroad site. And I'm like, cool. And then I'm like, you know what? And so I told him, oh, nice. That'll help. No one will see that, but the thought is good. Because I know you guys don't read. And you know what's funny? Immediately after that, new download from Gumroad. Refer YouTube. And I can promise you the YouTube referral is me, because no one else has been linking this Gumroad on YouTube. So they downloaded it from Gumroad instead of downloading it on where he now said it's the new updated version on Fab. They didn't read, and I told people no one would read. So my community is very predictable. And I love you guys for it. So, yeah. Also, if anyone's wondering, yes, I did get permission from him to actually, quote unquote, leak DMs. Quite literally. But I just found it hilarious, where he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna let people know," and I'm like, "No one's gonna read it." It's a nice thought. It definitely is a nice thought to let people know, but that's expecting people to read. And I know myself. Like, I mean, I replied basically. Here, I'll show what I replied with. I replied with basically a gif of a man laughing. And I'm just like, I mean, I called it. I'm the layman, and I know myself very well. I am the average person, and I would miss that. I know I wouldn't read it. I would just click it. So I'm like, yeah, people are gonna read it. It's a good try. Good try. So yeah, just want to share that. You didn't have a wire cutter, and the person that built this PC put the power supply behind the motherboard and zip tied it like zip tied it. It should have like screws in a proper spot. So PC has 2 power supplies right now. One just hanging. What in the world? What color is Tuesday? Yellow. What is this reading? I know. Why was that blank just now? What? Why is that blank? Yeah, we found something to do. I know. Shocking. There's so little to do in this game. We found something. My God. Card unlocks, cooldowns. No, we want to go to. Where's the stats? Oh, base stats, not boss stats. Yeah, that's the one. So, what's going on? It's because I don't have it doing the large preview on hover. What I need to do is, if this is initial generation. Oh, I have initial generation on here. Wait, so hold on. Why did this not work? Wait, did I turn off initial generation stuff? Oh, there it is. Set tier and variables. Checks if it's 0. If it is 0 and the index. Then set the large cart info. And set the large cart preview. Oh, but I'm no longer. But I am no longer setting the generation there. I'm doing it somewhere else, which means where were we? Here. We can set them off here. Give me a moment. I will be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. So it's on by default. When it does this, it sets this, sets that, and then it needs to set it to be false. It doesn't actually explain why. It doesn't actually set it, though. It should still set it. Wait, why doesn't it set it? Wait. Oh, I see. It checks here, right? Yeah. And then does generate cards. Generate initial cards. So this is fine. Let's see if this fixes the problem. So I'm gonna move the mouse here. Press tab. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. Yeah. Cool. Somewhere else. Yeah. Yay, it works. Ooh. I should be able to toggle the display of the keywords on the screen. Right, because we see these icons. So I should be able to see the description of the stuff here. So, next thing to do. Let's go here. Stats. No, I don't want to go to stats view. Stats and weapon. And then we go to the weapon abilities display. So on this guy, we want to do keywords on card. The problem becomes it is not selected. This is the final countdown. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. That's probably very wrong for the melody. But I've never claimed to be literate at all in music. How's it going, Leo? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. What I need to do then is, if I try to toggle it on here, this is not keyword filter, not shoot. Yeah. Show large preview descriptions. Oh no. A swap. Yeah. Not that's the one. So if we, but don't hold on. Where's the card one? I just grabbed that. It's fairly on track for the melody. Damn, I'm good. You feel good but tired? Well, it's Friday, so that's okay. You finally started back walking on evenings after not working out or doing any cardio for months? Hey, you're tired now, but you eventually stop feeling as tired, and you'll feel good, and you'll be happy for it. Let me see something. Do I have that full screen toggle even? Yes. So I have that. So I have it on show card info. This is what I need. Oh, I don't want to do the large display. I want to do it on the large card. So what we want to do actually is get the weapon abilities as a variable, and then get what is it called? Equipment weapon or equipped weapon card. Swap card description visibility. This one. Yes. Let's see if this works. Probably should also plug it in here. You have to think of something interesting for the game you're making as mission objectives. So far, you have some ideas. Defense objectives, defending a mobile stationary target, enemies, elimination. Acquisition. Why do you need multiple objectives? Start with one. Start with the one and make it interesting. Just one. Make one awesome. And then you can add another. But make one awesome. These are just all ideas for the most part. It'll just be one per mission. Well, no, I'm not saying do permit. Just do one. Not per mission. Just do one. Make it awesome. And then when you have another one, then you can randomize between the two. Right? And then you have another, and you can randomize between three or whatever. But if you make one, you can have a full game using one type. Right? And then you eventually expand to have another. But if like your missions are like if you have one good one, you have a game. Then you can expand on effectively a working game, right? Versus shit, my game's not ready because I need 10 mission or 10 game modes for it. No, just do one and go from there. What I want to see is this is on key down. Do I want to do it also on mouse down? Probably. All right, mouse button down. Handled. I remember. Is it not unhandled? Oh, oops. Yeah, return node and then unhandled. I remember someone said like, there's no real reason to use unhandled. You probably just need handle for everything. And then I realized, no, that brought me some trouble down the line. They weren't intentionally trying to cause trouble for it, obviously. But I realized, okay, handled means that nothing else is using it. Unhandled means, oh, something else could still do stuff and can stack. Basically, it's like, do you want to make it so it consumes or not. First one you should work on is elimination, because that is the bread and butter of all of them. Yeah. Just do a standard elimination, or no, yeah, elimination. Because yeah, as you say, that's bread and butter. And then on top of that, right, the next one you can do like capture the flag, but then you already have the system to, you know, calculate how many kills and deaths, have the screen, and then all you're doing is adding a spot and then the simple like extra little bit to like make it capture the flag, let's say, and then you go from there. Yeah, but if you have just an elimination game and it's fun, right, then you can go for the next one. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I can right click anywhere and we get full displays on it. Why do I have a highlight when it's this, but not on this? I mean, it's not a huge deal. And then let's check the controller. This. Yeah. Even though we don't have any kind of selection here, this now works. And it'll go off of the rebinds, or the bindings that we set up here. So there's the toggle keyword descriptions. It's called keyword descriptions. Probably should use a different name. But that's fine. We can always change the names later. Okay. So that is now working well. We don't need any of that stuff here. Yep. Okay. What next? Let me go run around and let me just double check one more time the mob spawning and despawning. I want to make sure they're not popping in at the distance that I set them, because we've changed the distance to be quite a lot smaller. Ow. Obviously, if you run past them and don't kill any of them. How the hell did that... What in the world just happened to that guy? You guys see that guy? How am I... Oh, you know... Okay, I need to do something about the fact that you can have 0 health visible. But it's actually not 0 health. Let's do that. I think what I'm doing is rounding, but I should truncate. I think I should truncate. Current health, HUD health, I just go to the UI directly. Oh yeah, this loading thing I'm not using anymore. Bye. So here on the text really is where I need to change it. Obviously, on the progress bar it's fine. So right here, yeah, we're doing round, so I don't want to do round. Truncate. So we want to truncate specifically for that problem. So that way it will tell us that we have 1 health, basically. Oh no, truncate would... No, I think we need ceiling, right? Because basically what we had was 0 point something, and so it rounded to 0. No, I need ceiling. Ceiling. So if you have less than 1, it will still show at least 1. I don't think I need this one, because I should be already doing all the stuff correctly anyway. Like, it should never be negative to begin with. So I don't, yeah, I'll remove that check because then I won't know something is not being calculated properly. Truncate is for eliminating the remainder. Floor is round down. Ceiling. Yeah, that's why I went to ceiling. Yup. And normally round is fine, right? Having your max life just be rounded is fine. But in this case, I guess it should also be the same. The ceiling. Most times, max health is not gonna like be a different number, but just in case, we'll just do ceiling. I guess because we have power-ups that increase percentage health, it could happen. It's not gonna be a good way of me testing this, but let's actually go and properly fight enemies. Let's see how it goes. Wait, why can't I not dash? I can't dash. Excuse me? Does it happen when I don't dash at all in the hub? Is that what just happened? No, I can dash now. What? Why couldn't I dash? What did I do differently? That's the second time we couldn't dash. Huh. That's a problem. Yeah, I can dash fine. I don't like problems I can't reproduce. That looks cool. You know what we can do for now though is for these guys, I'm going to increase their projectile distance and their hitbox to be higher vertically. That's what we'll do. Because I decrease the speed of the projectile, and so it doesn't go as far. Let's take care of that real quick. So lifetime, we'll set it to be 1.5 seconds. So we'll go a bit further instead of 1 second. Speed, yeah, slower is fine. And then I'm going to just take the box collision here and then make it taller. Basically, they're just shooting over my head. I think by a little bit. I don't want to make it like entirely off. And I don't know what the best solution is. Like if a mob is here and shoots and you're down here, right? I don't want it to just hit you. But I also want the mob to, I guess, not even attack. So really, I need to check the vertical distance for projectile attacks when we redo the AI. So that way, if a mob is here and it shoots, right, it will go over your head, but instead, I want to just not even attack, try and relocate, basically.
Darkness falls across the stream. The ads rise, pausing to protect humanity.
I need to make this. I keep needing to make this background a little bit more transparent and not have it go all the way to the top. I keep looking at that text like it's too much. It's taking too much room. Also, I don't know if you guys remember, like a long time ago. Oh, there we go. Now they're all working. I said I'll probably not do horizontal chat or a vertical chat, and here I am. Vertical chat. I'm so dead. Yeah, I'm at 1. Hey, I'm at 1. It worked. You know what? It was very intentional what I did. We're 1-0. It was very intentional. Damage taken 126. Okay. Game's looking great. Thank you. And you're welcome. You're off to bed. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm trying to think. What's the best use of our time right now? Just I don't think it matters how wide this is, but let's make this wider. What did we, well, hold on. Where's the spreadsheet? Or where's the spreadsheet? That's what we need to check. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to add the. You guys can see like all this random stuff that I have written down that are not like immediate things or like obvious things. Deck builder. I want to sort by boss. I want to add favorites to the deck builder, so you can mark things as favorites and then sort by favorite. Do I have a button available for that? Actually, if I want it, I think I do. I think I have one button left on the controller. Yeah, we had one free button, or if not 2 free buttons. Yeah, so I think we should be able to manage a button for favorites. Then, combo attack stuff, yes, is on the to-do list. Different damage types. I'm still conflicted on the whole different damage types, honestly. What I mean by different damage types is like fire damage, acid damage. Like, I have melee and like projectile damage, basically. I have melee and range damage. And then I have spells and dots. So I have like that, but I don't have like fire, ice, acid, whatever. And I'm leaning towards not having the different types, just because that would mean that I would need to have power-ups for each of those types that are like unique to those types. And that's a lot of power-ups that you might not be using. Like, I feel like it'd be more interesting to add like more interesting power-ups than just like fire thing does fire thing better, ice thing that's ice things better. So for like from the, I don't want to create like 1,000 different cards. Well, not literally, like dozens of cards just for different damage types. Oh, I'm not concerned about how to do it like mechanically. I was thinking more of like, I don't want to have like a bunch of power-ups, and I'd rather just create an attack that just, or an ability that does a mechanic like a fire damage, like ice damage, like whatever, but it's not actually just fire damage or ice damage. It was just, you now have the effect as though it was ice damage, as though it was fire damage, as though it was lightning damage. So I think I'm going to not do different damage types in the end, and I'll just have like a power up that you can get that effectively sets enemies on fire, which you already have actually. And just Kino, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I think it'll simplify things, and it keeps things as they are, and I kind of like that. Ultimate ability. I'm wishy-washy on this one. I think probably nowadays less on this. That probably also might go away. The ultimate ability is basically what I was thinking is, right, you have the attacks and maybe you have an ultimate, but with the way things are balanced right now, it's actually pretty nice. And then having an extra button for ultimates, it's gonna also like, so ultimate ability is probably not gonna be a thing. But it was on my list. So honestly, I think it's so much not going to be a thing that I'm just going to remove it now. What else? Piercing, reduce damage after every hit. Yeah, I want to do that. Oh, I can dash through walls. This is not teleporting, this is dashing through walls. Fix. Yeah, gotta fix that. I still run into the issue with stairs. I have a feeling I need to go watch a bunch of like tutorials on how people are setting up their dash systems, because the way I'm doing it has been giving me issues. I just needed to be able to run up and down stairs through a dash, basically. And for some reason, I sometimes still get stuck in the middle of stairs. It doesn't happen very often now. I've like reduced the amount of time, like by 95% or 90%, you know, whatever it is. It doesn't happen. So it's like, but occasionally, in a very rare scenario, it has happened. So, not turning towards click on combo attack. Well, combo attack is no longer a thing, so this is not. This can go away. That's been removed. Piercing hits same enemy multiple times. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. Multi-attack combo atoms. Again, we already having. Yeah, that's just, I need combo attacks. Partial cooldown refund if attack canceled before impact. Oh, the thing Guts recommended. I actually had on the list. It's been so long since I looked at these that I forgot it was even on the list. The Guts felt so good about himself when he recommended it, I know. And now, turns out it was always there. I just hadn't gone around to it. Too many mobs spamming charge attacks. That's I mean, the AI is being reworked, so I guess in a sense it is CVB. Elite mobs with unique extra abilities. That is what we're working on next month. Cap and items. Yeah, it needs to happen. Technically. Meta progression is done. That is working. We can always add more. Twitch integration. Just 100% on my list. So you can see it right there. It's Twitch integration. I want it. Because I feel like that would be fun. Where, you know, you can Twitch chat can pick the power up you get. Maybe they can't customize the deck. That would be a little much and kind of extremely difficult, but maybe they can do, you know, things like pick the power up or show which one it is, or pick it. Either show or pick. And maybe if eventually if I have multiple bosses, they pick which boss, or, you know, things of that nature. I think it'd be a lot of fun. On Death Alliance Sprite 2 floor normal. Yeah, I still need to do that. It's not a big thing, but... Oh yeah, I still have this. Chris that just exploded in blood, because why not? It was fun. I had it on the list, but it really should go. Because it's just a... Right now we're removing a ton of blood anyway. We're only keeping the ones underneath mobs, so for performance sake. So chances are we're not doing that. This is like that's like a fun thing later on. Potions are I mean, they're CBB. I improved them. I still need to add the power-ups for them. Sure, we'll leave it as CBB. Homing explosion happening at players sometimes. Okay, that needs to be investigated still. Rework pause / UI to tab based. That's done. We reworked all that UI stuff. Deck to collection for middle causes deselection. I think we've pretty much fixed all of these. Difficulty option. So I don't know if I want a difficulty option. I think it's more so that I'm probably going to add like a lower, like a normal difficulty. That's just what it is. And then just like, hey, if you want to drop it, you know, like if you want to kind of just experience maybe the story, if there is going to be a story. But if it's going to be mostly mechanics, then there's not going to be a difficulty option. You know, some things will be easier. I don't know. Figure something out. To do damage numbers. I think Leo, you mentioned damage numbers at one point. Yeah, it's on the list apparently. Training dummy in the hub for test card area is also to do. This is Gagat's feedback stuff. Feedback when enemies hit. HP bar and enemies. We already have the HP bar. It's just off by default. But I do need to add some kind of something on enemies when we use, not necessarily just like my regular attacks, but when I do one of the bigger attacks, for sure. What I also want to do potentially is, like if I hit someone with this, right, I want something, a notification on them. What I might do is introduce like a flash on the sprites, so you can see that, oh yeah, they did get hit because the sprite, you know, visually looks like, you know, it got brighter or something, or it shakes something, right? We gotta introduce something so the player knows it got hit if you don't have hitboxes up. And I feel like you shouldn't need to have them, like if you don't want to. Visual cue about the area you're about to hit with the special abilities. This one, I don't have a good idea for this one yet. What I could do is make it so the abilities execute when you let go, not when you press. And then, right, so here, right, it executes as soon as you press down on it. I can make it so it executes when you let go. And then I can do like a decal or something showing where the attack will be. And then maybe you can rotate while... Maybe you can rotate while positioning it. So it would be kind of like this. Although, why couldn't I rotate? Why can't I rotate? I should be able to rotate during this. I don't know why I can't rotate on that one. That's a bug. We'll rework that later. Sort of like a League of Legends indicator. I don't know about the indicator, so I can't confirm nor deny. But like, I understand why Guts wants, like, thinks that we should have that. Especially if you like, but then what do you do on a? See, it doesn't work when you start thinking like keyboard and mouse, like, because then it's like I press 1. Do I want to hold 1 now? That doesn't feel good. Because what if I want to hold? So there's a good chance that's not happening, I will say. So like, the general sentiment about it, I kind of agree with, but I don't know a good way of implementing it that doesn't cause so many issues, like, mechanically. Custom cursor, yeah, that's on the to-do list. I mean, literally, that's the to-do list. Sometimes ranged enemies will run towards the path you came from, so yeah, we need to rework the AI to, like, not run away so much, or not so fast, or not whatever. Hey Elbow, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We need to have less running away, basically. Some running away, yes, but either they need to be slower than the player, for sure. I think they already are, but and then they need to just not run as far or something. We'll rework it. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Enemy charging visual indicators aren't clear enough. Yeah, so that's what. So originally, right, they had the very big, thick arrows, and I changed the indicators to be smaller, but I think I made them too small. I think we need a better arrow indicator. And what we're referring to is that arrow, right, that appears there. That arrow, I think, needs to be, yeah, it needs to be better. I don't know if it needs to be bigger necessarily, but it definitely needs to be more visible. So what I might do, I don't know if I should just have it be like maybe I should have it be like just this, right? Right. Just a thick boy. Just that, and then we can have it be bigger. Obviously, it'll be like filled in. So maybe that's the solution, is that kind of arrow. We could probably make that right now. Honestly, it's basically right, this thing. I basically want this thing. Let me go and find enemy. Where do we have this arrow? Okay, there it is. Oh, yeah. Don't restore. You should probably check out the League of Legends indicator. He has a basic shape of the ability and where it's oriented. The I know what that one is like, but right. But if you're thinking about games like Diablo and Path of Exile and those kind of games, you don't get an indicator. It really depends on kind of the game that you're going for. So it's not like it's absolutely required. It kind of depends on kind of... I feel like in LoL, League of Legends, it makes sense because it is very much a skill shot game. So you need to know precisely where you're aiming. In games like mine, Diablo, Path of Exile, right, the ARPGs, you don't need to be as precise. So I think that's the main difference. Good night. Let's make the... First of all, let's make the smaller. Let's do like, I don't know, 64? Okay, maybe not 64. 28. Uh, 256 probably. Fine, we'll just do 512. I can always lower it inside of Unreal. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is can we just look through these? Let's see if any of these are kind of get us the look we kind of want. And I can always squash it and stuff. It's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Right, so I'm looking for something. How do I describe it? Not just hard angles, but also. You know what? Honestly, that's not terrible for what I'm looking for. Not that. I don't want it super curvy. That one we found is pretty good. Pins. Like it's too curvy. All right, I'm not trying to make it a cartoony look. That's just a line. Okay. Oh, that one's not bad. I think that one's not bad. You're using a V-letter to make an arrow? No, I'm using this. I'm not using the V. I'm using the caret above 6. Let's try this. Let's try this. Yeah, those. Yep. Because I want it to be a little shorter. So I was trying to get it to automatically make it shorter. And then I just went through the fonts and saw if there was anything that could work. Just grab you. Oh, actually, I do need it to be transparent. Explorer. Yes, all right. Import sprites. Okay, well, yeah, it's a bit bigger than I had originally. Or is it, what is the X4? Yeah, let's do 4. Oh, there we go. Let's see what happens when I don't change anything else. Let's just see how it is. The main thing is we're trying to just make it more visible. We can change the color on it too. So maybe red is not the right color to use. That's also an option. I just felt like red, considering most of this is like beige and green, is the right option. That's not bad. Why did you not have it display? Why? Oh, I need to reposition it. Some. I need to reposition it for some enemies. Okay. That would be a little more forward. But let's take a look at the enemies. This only needs to be done on melee enemies, so let's take a look at where their stuff is. Update accordingly. Mushroom, no. You, yes. Flying eye, no. You, yes. This thing doesn't really need one. It does have a melee, technically. Might as well. Embertooth does not. Bosses, yes. Always take a while to open. Why? Open! There it goes. Okay. Should we change it from red? We can also give it an outline. Maybe having an outline would be good for it. Make it blue. Dabba-dee dabba-die. Dabba-dee-die. Why blue? I want to know your logic. Why do you say blue? What about blue calls to you? Because I might make it blue. I have no problems making it blue. Oh yeah, you're the little spiraling. Yeah, you're fine. You need to be a little higher here. What's your scenery are tones of light browns, oranges, and reds, which all fall opposed to the color wheel. Blue and teal. Okay. The problem is that's this environment's colors. Another environment's colors might be different. We can always change the color of the arrow, to be fair, based on the level. So, I guess it's not an end of the world either way. Yeah, we can do that. We can try blue. Let's see what it looks like first. Setting all this up with the current. I don't think you need bigger. Air position is fine too. I'll try seeing what it looks like now with the updated just red, and then we'll try blue, and we'll compare. You're totally off the ground, should be fine. You're pretty skinny, should be fine. Okay, let's see how this works. Turns out also a lot of the arrows were kind of in a bad spot, but I guess they were also in a bad spot because the original arrow was longer. So it's hard to say that the original were in a bad spot. Ooh. That's not bad. That's not bad. I kind of want an outline on that thing. I kind of want an outline, but let's try blue. Why did it freeze when I tried to change color? We're gonna make a quick flash pulse outline right before the attack. Flash pulse outline right before the attack. It's such a quick thing for trash mobs. It's 0.4 to 0.6 seconds. That I don't know if it'll be. No, there's a lot of green. Red, I think stands out a little bit better than the blue. Blue still works, but I feel like it doesn't work like thematically with it. It's just I feel like it gets lost a little more, or not lost. It just doesn't, work with it. Yeah, and also blue feels like an alley color. Yeah, that's another thing. Why am I undoing actor folder change instead of undoing this color? Can I? Red. Why is it lagging? Put it back to red. And then I'm just going to come here. And then just do outline. Inside, so that way I don't have to change the positioning of it. Let's start with something like this. Right, so now it has an outline. So theoretically, the outline alone probably is going to help a lot. Feeling it, having it seem a little more separated. Because that is one thing that I don't know if you guys notice is on the 2D, like actual 2D sprites, the ones that aren't multi-directional, right? Like on those guys, they don't have an outline. And they look considerably different because they don't have an outline compared to the 3D ones. What I mean is, these are all 2D, right? These guys have, like, the shark ones have an outline, but, like, the big guys, these ones, right, have, like, an actual, like, border outline. These, skeleton ones don't have an outline. And I'm tempted to say that maybe none of them should have an outline. Because I really like how these skeletons kind of look like they're in the world without that outline. Anyway, I have not been paying attention at all to the line, and I'm almost dead. So it's possible I'll just remove the outline for most characters down the line, just to make them feel like they're more integrated. Champions and things like that, I think then we'll just have it an outline just as a color thing based on like what it is. That's not... Is the outline barely visible? I feel like the outline is not thick enough. Although, I mean, you can tell it's outlined. It's just not a thick outline. It's honestly not bad. The one thing that I don't know why it moves with some of them. It should never move because the enemy shouldn't be moving. One, do I want a thicker outline? Probably not. I think it's better. The one thing that I don't have a solution for yet is where do I have it like off the ground? Yeah, why was that guy moving? AI rework. Let's put it all under AI rework. Hopefully fix all the problems once we rework the AI. So every enemy has it slightly in different levels because it's actually just a spray in the world or sprite that's attached to the actor. So I just toggle the visibility on it. That. I can also have it be a different color per enemy. Or better yet, a different arrow per enemy down the line. So every enemy gets its own arrow, maybe? They're just slight variations. Nothing crazy, but enough for it to tell apart. It's definitely better now, I think. I think either way, this type of arrow is much easier to see now. And let me try making it even thicker. Just see what happens. Thick with 2 C's. Does anyone know where that actually originated from? Double-cheeked unafraid. Wait, what? What does that mean? Do I want to know what that means? I don't know if I want to know what that means. Outline is definitely too thick at this point. I think somewhere in between the two, although you can definitely tell. Like, it does help, for sure, have it stand out. Stop it. Oh, hold on a second. Go back. Do it again. I missed the timing. Damn it, I need to get it right. There's a slight delay on the hell? There's a slight delay on the screenshot. Got him. Sort of got him. What is going on here at this edge? It has a gap. Why does it have a gap? See this gap? What the hell is going on there? Why is this not solid? Hell? I know what it is, probably. You. No mip maps. I have, by the way, I have this. Another plugin already set FC in View Family. I need to figure out what the hell this is. It's probably PPZD setting something. But I can look into it. Like, it's not a big deal, whatever it is, because clearly everything's working. But it does throw the error everywhere. I think, assuming this works, we'll try packaging. Why does it still... is it? Is it? get rid of some of these guys. Why is this whole place yellow? It's because of these guys, but why is it not going away? Oh, we got some bugs. We got bugs. Okay. It should not be all yellow. AI, we'll fix it in the AI rework, sure. No, that is 100% a gap still. Right? You can see there's the gap there. But what? Why? The alpha is solid here. There is no gap. Why is there a gap? There's no gap here. Right? There's no... but there's no gap. Why do they have a gap? How do I fix that? This is perfection. You son of a gun. Unreal. Behave. I'm blaming Unreal for this. Why are they still all stacked so much also? They should not be stacked as much as they are. I mean, we'll keep it. I think it's still better, right? Either way, it's better. But that is odd. Why does it do that? Because like, if it was MIP mapping, right, and just like loading in, it just hasn't fully loaded in, maybe. We turned off MIP maps. No MIP maps. What does this use improved image processing? Disable for legacy compatibility. New and changed textures should set this to use modern improved image processing. Okay. There's an option here. Turn off sRGB. Change the compression to grayscale. Oh, grayscale doesn't have alpha? Never mind. Why doesn't it have grayscale with alpha? Okay. As is just no sRGB. Texture group. 2D pixels. unfiltered. Maybe that will help. Maybe it's the filtering or whatever it is. It's definitely odd. I can't dash again. Why can't I dash again? No, it's the same problem. So odd. Okay. I guess we'll leave it as is. Actually, one thing I want to check. If I go in here and I change the max alpha like 0.2, does it update the sprite? Yes. So it's not like it's those changes I didn't update the sprite. It was updating. Curiouser and curiouser. Apply paper to D settings. Close it and then. Yeah. 2D pixel, I mean, it hasn't changed anything pretty much. It turned off sRGB. Yeah, and says no mip maps 2D pixels. Huh. Curious. Okay, well, it is what it is. It's still better. I guess it's not perfect. What I could try doing is rasterizing before I export. It shouldn't have any effect on it, but I could try rasterizing basically the vector text before I export. Rasterize and don't preserve effects. So this is just now, just this, as a solid image. It should have no difference, by the way. I'm not expecting it to have a difference, but the stuff doesn't make sense, so why not try it? What could stop dashing? We tried dashing, like dashing in here and not dashing in here, and it was just not consistent. Oh, I think it's actually fine now. It's not fine for a split second, and then it becomes fine. Is that what I'm seeing? No, it's fine now. I feel like it's still doing like mip maps and stuff. I feel like for a split second, maybe that I'm hallucinating at this point. But I could be just hallucinating at this point. Hey, Nox, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We could probably knock this down like at LOD level or 2. And also see how it is. We don't need it to be actually be that high res. Let's be honest. Mostly it was there, so we could knock it down in quality. You know what? I think that is... Looks like it's fixed. Nope, I just saw it. Yep. It sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I don't know why. I died quickly. Working on some very long and confusing documentation for your game at the moment? Well, don't make the documentation confusing. Wait, why are you writing documentation for your game? Hold on. Just make a tutorial. You don't need documentation for a game. Unless it's for yourself? Maybe? Either way, don't make it confusing. That seems counterproductive. Although, to be fair, I'm very bad with documentation. Like, I can read things that I know, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know about this, and that's the one little thing that I needed. I was like, okay, documentation is helpful. Because this really just tells me where to find the one option. But other than that, you can't do it. So, how do we... There's no, like, streaming stuff here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it is... I mean, even if this is the... this is happening. I don't know why it is. Right, because this is not... Oh, it is what's happening here. If I did 0... Why does that look like that? Oh, is it because of the 2D pixels unfiltered thing? No. Wait, why does it look like this? If you want 2D pixels unfiltered... Huh. What if we want... Why does it look like this? Yeah, that's not what it looks like here. Oh, it's freaking sRGB. I'm gonna keep sRGB on. Let's see what this looks like. Is it actual? Oh, it's a game design document because you have a very specific onboarding. The game is set in RH Nepal, for instance. Wait. Wait, but you're making documentation, but you just said you're... What do you mean it's a game design document, but it's documentation? I have questions. I have many questions. Oh, can't this be lower than 64 by 64? Huh. Today I learned. What if I made it really small? Is it even going to work with me trying to tell it to be 16 by 16 pixels?
Cease all motor functions. We have lords demand tribute.
Oh no. Okay, seizing motor functions. Oh no, motor functions are just slightly moving me this way. I feel like it's not low res. I feel like it's ignoring that setting. Maybe just re-import it with a lower res. Yeah, just re-import it with a lower res. It's fine. It's fine. We'll take care of it. That'll be the last thing we do, and then before trying to repackage and see if it succeeds. Save folder multiple times. I don't need that. I wonder why it goes into weird colors when we turn off sRGB on this one. It should be just black and white. Whether it's linear or color shouldn't affect it that much. It clearly does. Also, oh, I know, I'm doing things while its ads are on. I'm the worst. Just slightly lower the thickness of this. I'm the worst, I know. I'm gonna drink my shame away. That's all I can do. And poor shame. I still haven't added all the new music, have I? Shit. There's so much to do. I have so much to do this weekend. Tax stuff came in too. I'm not getting things done this weekend that I want to, am I? 128. Let's try 128. Why does it look... Why does it still say 512? It's not 512. What? What? It's 128. Why is it smoking? Bad. Bad. I was gonna re-import it fully. Why is it still 512? Wait, what? How is it 512? Wait, how is it still 512 here? What the shit? It says 128, but 128. 1x. Okay, I'm just going to call this B. Oh, now it's 128 by 128. What in the world? So I wonder if it wasn't even overwriting the file before. Now it's 128 by 128. Okay. Okay, now I can just make this normal. And now we can see it what it looks like as 128 and 128. Jesus Christ. Very late, not enough coffee. Well, if it's late, you don't drink coffee. The game has a massive set of info for the team to understand because it's based on actual history. So if the game is inducted, it's not in depth. But would you put that in the game design document? I feel like you just put that in a document about just lore and stuff. Like, and give them like a write-up for that. Do you normally put Oh, I need to make them. I need to make it bigger, don't I? Yeah, it's not tiny. I shrunk it. So I need to change the sprite scale. So it's 128. I may need to do like 1. Yeah, normally, like I would think you have like a giant like world building setup. Not wouldn't be in the game design document. It's not really game design. It's just lore and world building. But maybe that's just me. Okay, well, size is right again. Okay. Still has the same problem. Whatever. Also, I feel like it's still not... Why is it not... I feel like it's almost too high res still. Whatever. It's fine. It's better than this thing. We're going with it. I'm gonna stop messing with it. It doesn't matter. It's temporary anyway. It's temporary anyway. Okay, let's try packaging. Project launcher. Launch. Show me the errors, if there's any. It's probably gonna be errors. There shouldn't be really struct-based errors because I don't think we tweaked structs really since the previous build. So theoretically, it could just finish packaging without any issue. So that'd be nice. Also, I just realized this percentage is just 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. This is not actual percentage of anything. So this is not helpful. Because I bet you when this finishes, this is going to say 40. Right, even though this stuff is like near instantaneous. You're approaching it from a design Bible perspective, so it's game design document plus, I don't know what GAD is, plus Bible lore and stuff, and you're coming up with mechanics based on cultural things, all packed with something terms. Hey, as long as it works for you guys, that's all that matters, really, right? You can be writing it all on napkins, as long as it works for you. Nothing else matters. Game art document? What's the difference? What's I mean, I guess a game design document and game art document is probably just one's for just designing the mechanics, one's for art. I guess. I had a game design document that I wrote from the very beginning of this game, like nearly 2 years ago, or I guess at this point 2 years ago. Yeah, I haven't updated it since. Zero reason to. I don't care. I'm terrible with documentation. I don't care. Everything's changing constantly. I'm just figuring stuff out. I don't do documentation. I can't read documentation. I can't write documentation. You're curious what the original game design document was? I may get share it at some point. I still have it. I think it's still. I mean, it's somewhere. Oh, I still have all the stuff. Yeah, I still have it. Google Doc. Yeah, still have it. Look, it's so fancy and organized. Yeah, here, I'll show you like a snippet. Seven pages. I mean, how long? I mean, this was for a this was for a 2-week game jam that I was doing part-time. I mean, how long could it possibly be? That's all I had for characters. Characters are all created using 2D sprites, including any animations. While the demo has sprites only, the show left-right directional animation. The final product would have all characters have adirectional animations using 3D characters that are converted to 2D sprites, similar to the method Dead Cells used. Yeah, that tells me everything I need to know. Yeah, look at that, 40% because this one finished. This percentage thing is useless. God, I don't know. Look, like, when you're a solo dev, like, oh, what's the matter? Oh, yeah, it finished. Finished successfully. Like, if you're working on a giant team, like, yeah, I understand it. But, like, when you're in, like, small teams, like, a game design document, I feel like, is not absolutely required, but you know, a place where you have like all your lore stuff, yeah, like figure it out that people can read and all that stuff. A place where you can get and take a look at all the art references, like all that is good, but I want it to be like up to date, and I don't do documentation. Much more efficient. Your dev team hates you for writing 100 pages of doc. What are you? If someone gave me 100-page document and said read it, I would reconsider working there. Make it a video then. Record yourself and explain it all. I don't do document. I need visual. I learn from like YouTube videos. That's how I've always learned. Well, not specifically YouTube videos. Nowadays YouTube videos, but like before I was watching like Nomon tutorials, like on DVDs. But you will not see me reading that out. Someone give you a 100-page doc, you're going to quit on the spot. I mean, seriously, Leo, that's like I wouldn't quit on the spot, but I would definitely reconsider like. Like, what the hell I'm doing? Your game design document is a place for getting your thoughts out and helping to reduce your scope. You can see the scope creep if you take a moment step back. It depends on the kind of game and what you're doing, though. Right? For me, there's no such thing as really scope creep. One, because I'm still figuring stuff out. And yes, I'm adding features, so it's kind of scope creep, arguably. But I don't have a deadline. So there's no scope. Because I have no deadline that I need to get things out by a certain date, I can add whatever I want. As long as I'm okay taking longer, there's no downside. So I might as well try. I might as well test out XYZ and, see how it is. So it really depends. 100-page docs are reserved for lore, story. Yeah, for stuff like that, I understand. But I wouldn't... So even there, Leo, I wouldn't want like a 100-page document. I'd want like an Obsidian graph or a Forge, I believe is the website called, where you can just read a snippet and then you can find links. And it's basically like Obsidian, but on a website without the giant web graph. I believe Forge is something like that. It's a lot of times used for world building. I've used it before. So yeah, like for stuff like that, absolutely. It might be good for like reading, like, okay, I need to know about this. You put even art there, stuff like that. But yeah, you might ramble. There's a slight chance you might overwrite stuff. The thing, right? You have to consider what is important to one person is not important to every person. And when you put it inside of game design document or think something of that nature that you give to everyone, then you're making everyone deal with XYZ, even though they might only need to deal with X normally. Right? So, yeah. But again, if it works for you guys, then it works for you guys. I'm not gonna tell you not to do it. I'm just letting you know that if it was me, I would be like, I don't know if I'll be able to hold out. Obsidian, this guy gets you have all your stuff in Obsidian. They're all linked, so you can read the main notes or smaller definitions for your lore. Yeah, I started setting it up. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, sure. It's fine. All right. So just have still here. Right. You have the graph. You can go around and just, you click here even to pull things up, although terrible. But right, you can go to different sections and just where dungeon's not created. Dungeon. Oh, world is closed. Right, so why are you opening here? I want to open here. Oh, this is freaking tabs. Dungeon. Right. And you have like all your stuff, and then there's a link somewhere here that connects to the core premise. Or the core premise rather links to it. Yeah, so the core premise, I can just now go here and just click, and then I can read about the dungeon part. All right, and then like, okay, if I care about that, then I'll continue reading that. That's all. So you could do this even for a game design document if you wanted to. It doesn't. This part's like fancy, but it doesn't really matter for anything. There's some meta progression stuff. I just keep this view for now. It's the default one. But the point is, yeah, it's much easier to read little snippets of stuff and then having it, go to the next thing, the next thing, whatever it is. So you can read what you need, or learn what you need, or whatever it is. As Leo said, read the main notes or smaller definitions. One thing you wish it had images, but you need to find a good plugin for that? What do you mean? It supports images. You can put images in Obsidian. Yeah, there's you don't even need Obsidian. There's Obsidian's free also, which is a nice thing. There's Forge world building as well. There's a website. World Anvil, not Forge. There's World Anvil. So World Anvil is a website that I used before because it was running D&D stuff. And you can even make interactive maps on here. But this is basically, you can create like a full website. That's also, you can do it for free. I think there's, you get some stuff if you pay. It's been too long. I don't remember. I don't know if it's 100% free anymore. It's been too long. But basically, these are example ones, right? You can just create all of this. And then you can put links in here. So like here you have a pop-up, right? You just hover over it, you get information about it. Or you click on it and then you get taken to that. It's like everybody think it's paid. Is it paid? I know I paid for it, but I don't remember if it was because they needed some extra features or let's see. I don't really feel like logging in. Hold on. World Anvil price. Oh, there's a lifetime price. Okay, so there's free. Okay, so there is a free version. You get 2 worlds. You're limited in the amount of articles you can make, I guess. Drafts are still okay, so you can only make 42 articles, so 42 pages. So yeah, if you want to go crazy with it, you would need more. So that's really the main one. You don't really need maps, but yeah, again, this is like for D&D, so this wouldn't really like fit you that great anyway. But the point is, right? It's the same kind of functionality as Obsidian, so there's like other alternatives out there if you like, don't like X, try Y. But at least it's not all just a document, and then you can find what you need. You can just search up like, oh, I just want to know about this or know more about that, and that's it. Yeah. Like actual, yeah, it's like basically it's like wikis, yeah, exactly. Where you just, you know, if you want to learn, if it just mentions, you know, Bob the Builder, you just click on Bob the Builder and it takes you Bob the Builder's page. Same thing, yeah, just like a wiki. You tried Obsidian, got accidentally lost, so it still lives in your endless Google Docs file. It might be over. But how did you get lost? You create everything there. Like if you just make your first page, like don't import anything. The worst thing you can do is try to import all your stuff into it. Instead, you should start from scratch and then maybe put in one thing and then have it set it up and then link it and then go with the next one. And then like don't just import, because then things will just be broken, things will be all unlinked, it'll be a mess. But it's the same thing in World Anvil or anywhere, right? If you just import a bunch of stuff, it's just gonna be all unlinked. You'll be overwhelmed trying to link it all, versus creating it like that from the ground up. Obsidian also has CSS style customization. Oh, that's programming. No one cares. You're all in black. Feels good. Nice. Does your OCD, like literally, clinically, on meds OCD? I mean, that's fair enough. I am not. So I can't relate. I've never checked. But as far as I know, I'm not. Or I can say I'm everything. Because no doctor has said I'm not. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, here Nox. I don't program. The entire game is blueprints. There's no programming anywhere here on this channel. That's the devil's tongue. We don't abide by that here. This is a family-friendly Christian channel. We don't worship no devil tongue users. You heard you only get sick if you visit doctors. I mean, debatable. Debatable. You also just die if you don't. Or you get something worse, like I did. From not visiting doctors too long. But that's a different story. Literal reason for choosing Unreal? I mean, for me, that's why I started using Unreal early on. Like, one, because it was free. And Unreal Engine 4, or the blueprints was... Yeah. That was what... I was like, oh, I can do this. Absolutely. You can only get diagnosed if you do... Exactly. Absolutely. So, yeah. A 9-8 difference in progress you made when you swapped from Unity to Unreal? Yeah, I tried Unity for a very short amount of time, and really I always disliked Unity because I just loved Unreal's material system. The material editor in Unreal was what brought me to Unreal first, at the beginning. And how easy it was to use. Especially coming from Autodesk Maya, where that thing is garbage to this day. I'm pretty sure. Can't 100%, but in comparison it is pretty sure, because you still have to deal with freaking like different renders, and everyone has it set up differently. I hate VFX in general, so. Making a damn character go up a ramp taking you months when it's built into Unreal with a basic playtest starting area? Yeah, that's another thing is, right, Unreal is artist friendly. For Unity to get like even like normal materials, you needed a coder. For getting most of anything in Unity, you need a coder. I mean, these days there's other issues with Unity, like with their business model stuff that happened and them losing a ton of trust, and you know, it is what it is. You consider using Unity because a bunch of reference games you had was made in Unity? In the end, it all depends on what kind of game you're making. There's tons of game engines. And it depends what kind of game you want to make. Stuff. So bad for the Unity doesn't have proper landscape support? Really? Oof. Or to that extent that it natively supported Unreal? Yeah, I don't know what it supports these days and doesn't. I can't really swap to it. I'm stuck in blueprint land, so it is what it is. Maybe one day. They would need to rework everything to be node based, and that would be still a long learning process because everyone still does it a little bit differently. Things will be called a little bit differently, so it's okay as long as Unreal continues on for the rest of my life. There'll be no problems. As you check, materials are limited to what you can do by default. Yeah, the material system in Unreal is so nice. It is the reason I started using Unreal, really. Yep. Anyways, guys, it's been fun. I have a very tiring, long weekend ahead of me. It's gonna be a long weekend. But I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Hope it's nice and relaxing. New video on setting up districts with the new city gen coming Sunday. Assuming nothing crazy happens tomorrow. Where I can't record it or whatever, or render it or whatever happens. I don't know. That's never happened before, so theoretically it shouldn't happen now. But you never know, I guess. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend, or your weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.